everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today. There's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Titans going up against the Broncos. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, we are located a couple miles west of the Colorado State Capitol building here in downtown Denver. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. He'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets a tone for the offense.
Back near his goal line, Mariota. He sets to fire deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And a look now at how the Broncos line up defensively.
Von Miller is so good that he doesn't even need a nickname. His ability to bend and dip on the pass rush, unequaled in this league.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Here's Brett Kern now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And it's fielded at the 34. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT. And he finds a man on a crossing route. A gain of 6 there on first. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they show to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. To Henry, and he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And that was a nice play by the defense, and it is tough to be an offensive lineman nowadays, especially if you're dealing with how the defensive tackles have evolved. Their quickness, their agility, their speed has changed the big guys in the middle, the center, and the offensive guards. Formerly, they were just power players. Now they have to be light on their feet as well to keep up with the speed of the defensive players.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. These guys told us, these guys being the coaches, they wanted to really stretch the field, get the ball down deep. They were able to do that here.
And you know when you stretch the field, you often leave guys in one-on-one situations, and that allows your better athletes to go up and get the football. I love the preparation that they put into this. They made it a priority, and they got what they expected. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
First down, Mariota. And left side here, it's Graham. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
On second down, here's Henry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. On third down, Mariota has set up the screen for Henry. Losing 6 yards there to bring up 4th. Here's Brett Kern now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to loft one deep. That's caught at the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Their dangerous wide receiver, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure.
And now a first down following that long gain. They go play action here on first down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Mariota now on 2nd down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Now back to throw. He's got a man that's caught left sideline. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this. But run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for the Titans. 49 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. The Broncos say they have it. They do. And coming out now, the Broncos. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, if I was in a quarterback, the number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Mariota into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
He'll drop to throw. That one complete to Anderson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 26 yards on the pickup there. And it's a 1st down for the Broncos. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He took a hit on that last play. Now let's see how he and the offense respond on second. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Back to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Robbie Anderson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just...
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. He's got time in the pocket, and that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. 3rd and long here for Mariota. Going to throw right side here, complete. Now hang on here, timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken around the 12. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. And Denver getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Jeez, they don't even want to let their guys get a drink of water. All right, third quarter, let's get to it. That's fielded in the end zone. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee. And that's at the 25. Henry, the lone man in the backfield. He'll get the football here. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. Mariota now on 2nd down. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Titans. 45 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They go play action here on first down. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And the cutback to the... And he will score! Touchdown, Titans! Derrick Henry, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans have made this a one-score game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
The reception good for 7. It's third down.
What's fun to watch is these college receivers transitioning into the NFL and how they grow as route runners. Because a lot of times now in the college game, the spread offenses, there aren't that many routes that they're actually running. Most of the time, they're just trying to find open space and present themselves to the quarterback as easy targets. But in the NFL, you've got to run the entire route tree, and you've got to run it well if you expect to get open.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And there on third and short, they just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back, and that...
Man, it's caught inside the 10. Give him 27 yards that time. And the Broncos are going to have it first and goal. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Mariota now to throw on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for the Titans. 59 yards. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
Yeah, he got it there. Now Mariota. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Emmanuel Agba in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. So the D-line's going to spread out. Mariota from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And this one is right down Broadway. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Back now at the home of the champs here in Denver. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to air one out. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
It's a loss of 2, now third down. And now they're in the hurry up.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
This is caught inside the 15. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. The strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done. Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They'll stick with the passing game. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Their dangerous wide receiver. His third touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And it's up and good. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Titans now. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And the offense moving quickly to the line. A first down throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Von Miller in there to drop him. And his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Mariota. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Von Miller in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. He'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
All right, here we go. Look at 56 now, Barney. Look at 56. Look at 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They come up in an empty set, 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, play maybe makes that offense feel good. But when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball. And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Second down, Mariota. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep. He's got a man. Complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Well, there's one you don't see often, the illegal forward pass.
And the reason we don't see it very often is the quarterback has to be totally beyond the line of scrimmage for the flag to come out. If any part of the quarterback is behind the line of scrimmage when he throws the ball, then it's not an illegal forward pass.
Third and long here for Mariota. Finding time. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Aaron Lynch in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And the back goes into motion. Desperation time. Mariota on fourth down. Deep drop. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone to.
And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter, 2-minute warning about to hit, and it looks like they're going to get one more play in.
It'll be interesting to see what they try and do on this play. Do they try and take a shot, or do they just try and get to the 2-minute warning?
He'll drop to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. This defense has held on so far. Now from the 3, this is 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So now on fourth down, Sean Payton's going to turn it over to the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Titans getting set to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready. Now
the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
We talk all the time about how important it is to have leverage in blocking. It's also a big part of policing up gaps. Did you move someone out of the A gap? Did you move them out of the B gap in order to create space for your guy?
And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. To throw is Mariota. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
And the slot man goes in motion left. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Denver getting set to take the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They're going to hurry back to the line now. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up.
Now look at 56. Now look at 56. Lucky 56.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee is not...